Hello, beloved viewers! Let's talk about the time my phone was stolen on Christmas. December 25th, 2015. I was in SF. SF stands for San Francisco if you didn't know. I was staying at my relative's place because my extended family was visiting SF. Around 9:30 a.m., I stepped into a store to pick up a box of chocolates. I had a bunch of Christmas cards in my hand, and each card was filled with cash. To free up my hand so I could look at the box of chocolates freely, I opened my purse and I put in those envelopes. I didn't close my purse because it is a small purse. I started looking at the box of chocolates. Ooh, this one looks good. Ooh, maybe my relative will like this. Ooh, no, maybe this one is better. And all of a sudden I felt my purse move upwards, but just slightly, like boop, just like that. I turned around. There was a girl right next to me, like right next to me. I saw a phone in her right hand, my phone, like this. And as I looked at her, she hid it right behind her. I didn't even think twice. I wrapped my arm around her neck. And then I yelled, "Give me back my phone! You stole my phone!" I kept yelling this again and again and again until the employees came rushing in the aisle. They asked what happened. La 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 la, I explained. One of the employees says he called the police and that they'll be coming in any moment. This girl obviously starts to panic and she starts getting more talkative. And she says that I stole her phone. So I was like, "Girl, give me my phone. I will put the passcode in and that will prove whose phone it really is." She knows she's in a sticky situation and then throws me down on the ground with my phone. It was a magic trick. She needed to throw me down on the ground to camouflage her letting go of my phone. And then just like that, she ran out of the store. Not too long after, the police came. They asked me a bunch of questions, I answered them, but they didn't really do much. Theft happens so often in SF that to them it's not really that big of a deal. One of the employees went to the back of the store to make a copy of the camera recordings. Police knew that the guy was making a CD for them. But before the employee finishes burning the CD, the police left. So guess who ended up adopting that CD? Me! I have evidence of my story. Introducing my first action film. There I am in the aisle, looking at Christmas cards. An older gentleman and the girl walk into the aisle. The girl keeps looking through her purse. "Hey, what's that black thing on the ground?" From the shelf it dropped down to the ground and then went under the shelf. A mystery, that's what it is. The girl fiddles with the chocolate bars behind me. She either drops something for real or is sneakily stealing. The video footage is too blurry to make out exactly what she's doing. I head to the box of chocolates, and our eyes meet. The girl is looking around, and looking around, making sure no one else is near. I'm thinking, dark chocolate? Maybe an assortment of different types of chocolate is better. The girl goes for the dive. Wha-pam! I put my arm around her and I get rammed into the birthday cards. The employees flock in. One of the employees says, "Yo, I called the popo." She tries to talk herself out of the situation, but realizes she's running out of time. Sooner than later, the police will be coming in. Then boom! Ouchies. I see my phone on the ground and I pick it up. The girl runs out of the store. The employees find a small memory card on the ground as well and ask if it's mine. I take a closer look at my phone. The memory card is not mine, but it looks like someone else's phone was stolen before and their memory card was taken out in that same aisle. But seriously, who steals on Christmas? I mean, especially in the morning. So it turns out this girl who stole my phone, she goes to this store often and steals all the time. That's what one of the employees told me. I think this girl was very surprised because first off, she thought she could get away with stealing my phone. Second, she did not see it coming that I would wrap my arm around her neck. I didn't even see it coming. It was just like a gut reaction. Now that I think about it, it could have turned out to be a very bad situation. If she had weapons on her, I could have been badly injured. I would say I was very lucky. If I was a dude, like a bigger person, then she probably wouldn't have thought twice about stealing from me. People have a tendency of underestimating small Asian girls. Some of us may be very small people, but do not underestimate our feistiness. We might look like a rabbit on the outside, but on the inside there might be a tiger. Roar! By the way, you guys, I want to mention that this situation could have been prevented. Usually I'm very careful on my belongings, but it was Christmas, I was in a store, and my guard was down. I should not have had my purse open. And even if you're really cautious, your stuff will still potentially get stolen. Even though I didn't get like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of gifts that day, getting my phone back was probably one of the best Christmas presents ever. And instead of being like super angry or like freaked out, man, I was happy. If I never got my phone back, then what? I have to spend more money to get a new phone, spend more time setting up the applications, and like, so my situation could have been worse. I also could have pooped in my pants, which by the way, legitly could have happened. I'm gonna admit that before I stepped into the store, I needed to take a dump. I figured I'd be in and out of the store within 15 minutes, and I was gonna go to a cafe, eat breakfast, write some Christmas cards, and do my business in the toilet, right? But no, I just had to get my phone stolen. So I ended up waiting like a full hour, an hour and a half, until I got to finally use the toilet. And while I was holding my arm around that girl, I was also holding in the other end. So after this experience, I had a new appreciation for action movies. Oftentimes, you know, guys get thrown on the ground after just one little simple hit. I'd be like, that's so weak. How can you just fall like that? And why are you making all these wincing faces just by falling on the ground? One simple fall. I experienced that one simple fall on the ground, and bro, it hurts. I was thrown on the ground just once, and I got bruises on the right side of my body for like a whole month. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a story time on a specific topic. Stay safe, use the restroom before entering any store, especially when it's Christmas, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Bye bye!